Hey, what are the top 10 McFarlane DC Multiverse action figures? Well, I can tell you what my top 10 are. Hey, welcome to Joe's Multiverse. I'm Joe, and I want to share with you my favorite of all of the McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. But first, I wanted to shout a few people out. First, I got Michael Ward. I wanted to say thank you to him for becoming one of the first FLC official members to Joe's Multiverse, and also my friend Ben C. He was the very first member on my last live stream, and then followed up by Michael Ward becoming a member. So I thank you gentlemen very much, and I'm very excited to start growing that membership with the channel. And also I got some super chats on that last live, one from Ben C, and also I don't think that I realized, but Shane McNeil also super chatted me $5 on that last live chat. So I apologize to Shane that I didn't see that. At least I don't think that I did, but I wanted to give him a special shout out and say thank you very much. All right, we also have Epic Guitar. I pinned his comment to the last time that he commented on one of my videos, and when I pin a comment, that means it goes right to the top. So when you start looking at the comments, Epic Guitar's comment should be right up there, and I really appreciated that comment. Also, Brick University said that he subscribed. David Jenkins said Happy Easter, so thank you, sir. The Ginger Hitman said that he subscribed. Love that name. Also, Roger Berthlet, I think that's how you spell his name, Roger. He said he was subscriber. It said 1.44K, so I think that's the 1,440th subscriber, but he was that subscriber. I want to say thanks to BC for the comment. It was very encouraging and touching, and I really appreciate that, BC, and thank you for all of your support from the last several weeks. Also, Superman Blue 2010, he says he subscribed a while ago, and he also left his list for the G.I. Joe wish list that people are leaving for G.I. Joe characters they'd love to see in the 6-inch figure with the classified line. Casey McBrayer said he's been subscribed, and he left a great list as well. Baron de Cobre, he said that he subscribed. Will Newman said he subscribed a while back, and I always recognize Will. He's got that cool wolf profile pic, and he leaves a lot of great comments, so thank you, Will. I know that you subscribed a while ago. Thanks for leaving that. Omar Perez said that he subscribed. Roundhead K2000, I always screw that one up, said that he was the 30th thumbs up on that video, so that was also cool. And then Gerald Laboon, I think I'm saying that correctly, he said that he was subscriber 666. So thank you, sir. All right, on to my top 10 list of the McFarlane DC Multiverse figures, which most of them are Batman, but that's what makes it so cool. Well, I'm getting all these DC Multiverse figures set up here, and while I do so, let me show you the first 3 pairs of figures that are going up for round 2 on the action figure battle royale. First, we have He-Man and Leonardo. Let me know which one of these figures gets your vote. Now, it's a tough one. I know which one that I would go for, but I want to know which one of these gets your vote. Which one is the better figure? The second one, these were 2 of the winners, and now they're going up against each other, and we have the War Machine Marvel Legends from the deluxe set, and also another Marvel Legend. He was a big time winner and one of my very favorite Marvel Legends, and that is The Thing. So which one of these figures gets your vote for the better figure? And then the third and final one for today, I'm coming out hard with this one. I gotta come out strong. Sorry to do this. It might be a tough one, but let's see where the votes fall for this. And I'm going with Destro. And the one that's getting most of the predictions of the winner of the whole thing, and that's Doom. So which one of these figures, G.I. Joe versus Marvel Legends, where do your loyalties lie? So let me know. All right. And what would a top 10 list be without an honorable mention? Now, I could go on all day about honorable mentions because I love all of the McFarlane DC Multiverse figures, but I do want to mention this one, and I still have it in the box, and it is the Batman Earth -11, and it is the Drowned. Still have it in the package, but there's just something about this figure, and I do plan on taking it out, but it just seems, to me, it looks like more of like a statue. Now, I don't know a whole lot about this character, but I do know that I love this figure, and I have to give it a special honorable mention. All right, let's get to it. Number 10 on my list for the DC Multiverse is Devastator. Devastator. A lot of people love this figure for a lot of good reasons. He's just a terrific looking action figure. He's big, he's bulky, there's a lot of plastic. You were able to pick him up for under $20 at Walmart. I mean, you get a lot of bang for your buck. He's got an articulated mouth with the jaw there. There's just a lot to him. He looks fantastic, just great. And this list would not be a top 10 list of the McFarlane DC Multiverse figures without the Devastator. Number 9 has to go to my man, Flash. Running into the 9th spot on the list, pun intended, sorry about that, is the Flash. Was very excited about getting this figure. Love the accessories, the lightning bolts for the flash effect, and these are articulated, which makes it even more cool. But really enjoy this. This was included in a 2-pack with a different head sculpt with the Red Death figure, which we will be getting to. But this right here is just a fantastic looking figure, a fantastic Flash. Number 9. Number 8 is the Grim Knight. The Grim Knight is looking awesome. He's looking very Punisher-esque. He's got a lot of accessories. A lot of people didn't care for kind of the welding molded kind of weapons on the back there, but when he's got that attached and he's standing there with his guns and all this tactical gear, he looks dangerous, he looks cool, he looks deadly. Just love it. Number 7's a little controversial, but definitely one of my favorites, and that is the gold label Batman, done exclusively from the mind of Todd McFarlane. That's right, this is Toddy Mac's take on the Batman. It's McFarlane's version, or his special design. It was a gold label. I don't think that this figure gets as much love as it should. I know that it doesn't have the thigh cut, and some of the articulation in the legs isn't, the greatest, but there's no perfect figure out there. But I absolutely love this Batman. Looking forward to getting the variant with the blue instead of the black, but he is definitely on Joe's Multiverse top 10 McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Number 6 on the list is the Thomas Wayne Flashpoint Batman. Would love to see this character in a live action, but for now we have the Flashpoint movie and we have this figure of the Thomas Wayne Batman. I found this in the wild, wasn't expecting it. I have a toy hunt video that has that in it, and I also have a review of this. I might have those videos here. Check those out. Those are from earlier in my YouTube career. a whole 3 months ago. But just absolutely love the fact that they made this figure, that I was able to get it. It was a Target exclusive, and I'm just very, very happy with it. The articulation, isn't superb, but it is passable, and this figure itself, and that we even have it, is beyond amazing. All right, we're halfway through. Number 5 is the Batman crossed with the Flash, Red Death. For you Game Stoppers and collectors that find some of your figures at GameStop, that's where this guy came from. I'm saying this about a lot of these figures, well, all of them really, but I absolutely love this figure. I love the way that it looks. I love the story behind it. I love that it's like a evil version kind of Batman and the Flash. He was a 2-pack. He came with that other Flash that we had there in the number 9 spot, but a different head sculpt, more serious, and had a little diorama thing that these guys kind of could peg into. And I love this color. I love the texture. I love the sculpt. It is just fantastic. I haven't heard anybody say anything negative about this figure, and yeah, that's why it's in the top 5 for sure. All right, number 4 is one of a lot of people's favorites, and that's this magnificent looking Red Hood. One of my absolute favorite characters, definitely one of my favorite DC characters, the Red Hood. The only issue that I heard anybody really having with this guy was something with the wrist, the articulation, but there was a way to fix that. So if you have this figure and then having an articulation problem in the wrist, you can look that up on YouTube here and find out how to fix that if you want to do that. But I just love this guy. I love the shiny mask. I love the jacket, the guns. He was a 2-pack, also came in a single pack. I had to buy the single pack to keep in the package to hang up to look cool. But I know that this will not be the last Red Hood figure that we get, but this one here is fantastic. I love that I was able to get it. I also have a review on him. Check that out. But for now, we're sitting at the number 4 spot with Red Hood. All right, top 3. And this might just be me, but I love this setup here. Love this figure. Quality control is at the bottom of the bottom, but as a figure and the way that it looks, this is my number 3. It's the Bane Build-A-Figure with the Scarecrow hanging on his back. I know it's controversial, but I like what I like. This is probably not going to end up on a lot of people's top 3 list in any capacity, but in Joe's Multiverse, and as excited as I was for this to come out and for me to be able to find all the figures to put him together, I just love it. Love having the Scarecrow back there looking very creepy, looking very cool. The quality control on this guy is in the dumpster. It's terrible, but once you have him together and he's on the shelf and he's just sitting there for you to gaze upon and enjoy the look of him, at least for me, it's awesome. I just absolutely love this thing. Just try not to move it around too much. All right, second to the last. Coming in at number 2 is this guy. And he has to go along with the Bat Cycle. This is just too cool. I had to include both the bike and the Batman with this. You can't have one without the other. And before we go any further, we have to introduce this figure the right way. All right, that was awesome, of course. Check out my review on this. It's a fantastic video. Well, At least I think so. But I'm just in love with this whole setup. I just couldn't have one of these pieces without the other. This is one of the best bikes out there in my opinion, and just a real badass Batman with the trench coat and everything. You just gotta love it. It's a great version of Batman, a great story. Check it out if you haven't, and try to get your hands on this figure if you're a Batman fan and you don't have it, because it's definitely worth it. All right, the number one McFarlane DC Multiverse figure, according to Joe's Multiverse anyway, is the winged Batman Who Laughs. But I cannot have the Batman Who Laughs without the Robin Crows. Let's take a look. We have this fantastic looking setup here. This is, I'm just a loss for words, because this is definitely my favorite figure out of the bunch, is the Batman Who Laughs. And I know it's the one without the wings that technically go with the Robin Crows, but I like the Tyrant wings Batman Who Laughs a little better. And either one of them is just not complete without the Robin Crows. And one of these guys, or all three, could have had a slot all to themselves, but they just go together, so I just have to include them. And it's this setup right here that is my ultimate favorite. It's a close tie with the Bat Cycle and all that, but this one here I worked the hardest to complete with the Robin Crows to get all the different variants, all three different head sculpts. I was the most excited. I was the most excited to actually get the Tyrant wings Batman Who Laughs, and I'm just so pleased and excited to be able to have this on my shelf displayed in this way. Just fantastic. This is number one for sure. Well, I really enjoyed showing you my favorite McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. And by the way, if you haven't entered the contest to get that G.I. Joe custom, make sure that you let me know that you want to be entered into the contest. Figurehead is going to be making a custom G.I. Joe for one lucky person from the Joe's Multiverse channel, a lucky FLCer. I am taking all of the names that people have put on their list for figures that they would love to see come out in the classified series, and the one that is the most popular out of all those characters, Figurehead, who is a custom creator of figures over on Instagram, he's going to be making a custom G.I. Joe based on whatever that character, the most popular one, is. And I'll be giving it away right here on Joe's Multiverse as soon as I hit my 2,000 subscriber mark. So make sure, if you haven't subscribed, to do so and get entered, because that's going to be coming up soon, because we're going to hit that 2,000 mark real quick. All right, well, until the next time we enter the multiverse, I'll see you later.